So getting started in Tableau is pretty easy. The first thing you need to do is open up the Tableau software. I'm using a desktop version with the license purchased by my employer, and I hope that your version that you have downloaded for class looks very similar. So the first thing I want to do is connect my Tableau to a data source. So we are going to connect it to the Microsoft Excel file. That's the practice file that I included in Canvas this week. So I just say connect to a file, Excel, and here I'm in my my Microsoft Explorer, and I already have this file ready to go, saved to my computer. So I'm going to say open. And once you associate your data file to Tableau, then let's go ahead and save our Tableau workbook. So I just go to File, Save As, and I am going to save it in my Data Visualization Class 10 folder so I can find it pretty easily again. It's going to be saved as a Tableau workbook. It's going to have the file extension TWB. So I'm just going to call this Class 10 in Class Exercise. Okay, so what you see here on the left pane, you see this is the file we're working with. If you want to change your data source anytime, you could go to Data, New Data Source. Here, our Excel file only had one worksheet in it that was called Checkouts. If you had an Excel file that had several tabs in it, then you would see these tabs listed below. Here is what the data set looks like. It is pretty much a mirror of what was in your Excel file. Just scrolling up and scrolling down a little bit. So we have branch library, date and time of checkout, borrower category, that's like the year in school or for a person who was a staff or faculty member. The item barcode, that is the OCLC number. The item title, call number, format, branch library name, shelving location, day of week, month, day. And then all the way over here on the right, we have calendar year, semester, and academic year. So again, it looks very much like we would see in our Excel file. Up here, it says connection live or extract. Sometimes I am working connecting to like a database that is stored on a server, and sometimes I'm connecting to that data live, and sometimes I need to create an extract, which is like a downloaded copy of the data. For this case, we can just leave our data connection as live. Over here, I just wanted to show you other types of data. So you can see you can connect to a Microsoft file, text files. I'm just scrolling down a little bit. Here's MySQL. I use MySQL a lot to store our library's data. Google Sheets works really well. And then over here on the right, there's lots of options. I tend to do most of my hanging out in Tableau in either Excel, Google Sheets, or MySQL. Let's go ahead and look at the bottom ribbon. You can see we have Sheets. This is where we create our data visualizations. And then there's a tab for this little tab is to add other worksheets. You can add as many worksheets as you want. this thing that looks like, I know it's really tiny, but it looks like a square with a crisscross in the middle. That's a dashboard. A dashboard, it allows you to add several visualizations on one page, kind of like your car dashboard where you can see a whole bunch of things at once. And then there is a feature where you can kind of create a narrative story about a variety of visualizations. And we'll be working with dashboards and stories within the next couple of weeks.